Hello everyone, I'm Shrikant. Currently, I'm doing data science and business analytics internship at a Sparks Foundation. Today, I have completed first task, which includes prediction using supervised machine learning algorithm. And the problem statement was what will be the predicted score if a student studies for 9.25 hours per day. For this problem, I have used simple linear regression model. So let's get started. So the step one is importing all required libraries. I have used NumPy and Pandas for working with a dataset, Seaborn and Matplotlib to data visualization. Warning is just to ignore unnecessary warnings. So the next step is dataset loading and pre-processing. So dataset loading. So I have loaded the dataset from given URL. So here we can see that the first 5 rows of the dataset to and the columns present in the dataset. So the next step is checking out number of rows and number of columns in the dataset. So we can see that there are 25 number of rows and 2 number of columns in our dataset. So the next one is column data type info. So we can observe that our hours column is having float data type, whereas the scores column is having integer data type, so that we can easily work with these data types. So the next one is checking null values present in the dataset. So as we can see that there is a no null value in our dataset, we can proceed for the next step. The next step is exploratory data analysis. That is, if score and hours is having a very strong positive correlation, because the correlation is near to 1, so which indicates there is a good positive correlation. So we can visualize it using regressor plot or a scatter plot. So this is the regressor plot. The next one is the checking out a data distribution. So I have used Seaborn disk plot to check data distribution. We can see that the hours column data is normal distributed, but using this plot or histogram we cannot predict the outlier or cannot observe the outlier clearly. So for that I have used Seaborn box plot. So as we can see that lower and upper whisker there is no outlier, so our data is good enough to work with. So the next step is the training and of the dataset. So before that I have separated independent and dependent variables. So then I have used train test split. So where I have mentioned the test size is 30%, use random state as a 42. You can use any number for the random state. The purpose of random state is to produce the same result whenever you execute the code. So this will not shuffle data set randomly. So the next step is model building. So I have imported the linear regression from the sklearn linear model and fitted on X training set, that is X train and Y train. The next step is predicting result. So I have predicted the result for X train and X test. So the next I have visualized these results and actual and predicted results. So the green points are actual results and the red points are predicted results. So we can observe that there is a difference between actual and predicted values. So we will compute this, or we will get to know more about this in model evaluation techniques. Similarly, for test data, we can observe there is a difference. The blue line is the regressor line. The next step is a model evaluation. So for model evaluation, I have taken two metrics, mean squared error. Further, I have converted into root mean square error by taking square root of a mean squared error. So the next metric I have used is R2 score. So the RMSE value is 4.86, which is quite good, and the R2 square, which is related to how much variance our model is explaining, how much, what is the ratio. So we can clearly observe that our model is giving R2 square is equal to 0.95 for train data when predicting on a train set, and 0.95 when predicting on test set. So in both cases, our model gives the same R2 square. So the next one is a model cross validation. Although our model is giving 95%, 0.95 as a R2 square, it is not the same case. The model will give same result when changing the predicted value to be predicted. That is a number of hours. So for to validate the score, I have used cross validation score and k-fold. By applying it on a train data sets, it gives a 0.94, which is similar to the regular practice, and for test set it drops 0.95 to 0.86. So our model accuracy will be 0.86 when we are deploying it for production. So the next step is user function for prediction using our model. So our user doesn't know what are the stat behind this model and what are the codes behind this model. You just need to put the value and predict the results. So for that I have written the Python function to predict the result. In this function we need to just give input and it will give the output statement. So as we discuss our problem statement, we need to predict the student score when he or she will study for 9.25 hours per day. The prediction is student will get 92.62% score when he or she will study for at least 9.25 hours per day. So this is the whole code and explanation from my side.